My best friend Heather is in one of the most toxic relationships I've ever witnessed in my entire life.
Shut up! Shut your mouth!
He has choked me, grabbed me by my hair, dragged me on the floor, threw me against the wall.
I get home to this. Look at my get out!
You said he's too obsessed with me to kill me. What do you mean by that?
I just think he loves me too much that he'd actually do anything really bad to me.
And what do you call bad?
He's never beat me up.
Has he dragged you by the hair, stripped you naked, and poured water all over you?
Yes.
Heather constantly pokes me until I explode.
You got so you got nothing. No, I'm not.
She used to put her hands on me, closed fists, open hands. I put my hands around her throat. I didn't squeeze, but part of me wanted to.
What happened Thanksgiving of 2016?
He was speeding, and I wanted to get out of the car, and he grabbed my face, and he bit it.
Why'd you bite her?
Because I wasn't gonna hit her.
You admit that you've put your hands around her neck. You admit that you've bit her on the face. There is no excuse for ever putting your hands on a woman in anger. You have a rage problem. You need to get out of this relationship. You need to move on, or you're going to wind up in a penitentiary and you're going to hurt her and ruin your life.
It's not what I want, but sometimes what you want and what you need are two different things.
I've asked Robin to join us. Is Heather in an abusive relationship?
Not a close call. Actually, in the 20 years that Philip has been doing this show, I have to say, he clicked off every example.
Do you think you're being abused?
I don't look at him as an abuser.
I believe you need to get out of this relationship right now. I'm telling you, you're in danger. Do you believe me?
I don't think it's that bad. I feel like it's came off way worse than it really is. He would never do that. I didn't want him to come off as a monster on TV, and I feel like that's exactly what happened.
Well, after the show, it looked unlikely that Heather was going to be able to follow through with what at least I felt like she needed to do and get away from Collin, get away safely. 3 months later, here's what's happening now.
Collin and I are no longer together and we aren't speaking to each other. We decided that we needed to separate. After the show, I had no patience for how he treated me. I feel really sad. It is upsetting to end a chapter in my life. When Dr. Phil showed the videos of the other women that have been abused, I had a really hard time putting myself as one of those girls. I still truly do not believe he would go that far. I know what he has done is not okay and it is abuse, but I do not think that I would ever get to that point. On stage, with how everything played out, I did get very defensive for him, but I do wish I didn't react the way that I did.
Well, Heather is joining us virtually. Heather, when you were here, I was of the opinion, Robin was of the opinion, as a strong advocate in the fight against domestic violence, that you were in danger and that we felt it important for you to know that and take protective action. And, you know, I don't make decisions for people. I can just tell you what I think. And I wasn't sure what you were going to do once you left here.
So when we got home, we did meet up and we talked. And I just told him, you know, we both have issues. You both need to get help and that we can't do it together. Clearly that's not working and we're toxic to each other. So I said we needed to go our separate ways and, you know, use the help that you provided and focus on ourselves for a while.
At the time that you were here, you didn't consider what was going on in your relationship to be abusive.
I know it's abuse. It's still hard for me. I don't like to say he's a woman abuser, but I know what he has done is abuse.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.